And welcome back to episode 753 of the Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, a podcast by crew for crew. I'm one of your hosts, Big Keith, joined here as always by Big Joey.
Hello.
And this week we have a special guest joining us, Big Love Lady. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm super blessed. Glad to be on.
Love it. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Anybody drink anything fancy this week?
No.
Keith, what you got?
Oh, just Waterloo, lime Waterloo, nothing fancy.
And the go-to right there, the Monster Zero Sugar Original.
Are you in our time zone, or you're in Alabama, right? So are you in the?
Oh yeah.
You're not in Central or anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Central.
so you are. So it's sick. That's still early to be. That's still late to be hammering a full can of Monster, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, buddy, but you'll be lively. That'll make up for
the
host, the pair of hosts that are falling asleep over here.
Falling back asleep. Let's say falling back asleep. I'm here though. I'm here to have fun.
Got a nice little Karen cut on there, love lady. What you got? What's that? You can only see the top.
What is that?
The shirt.
I got you. Man,
you got the wow.
Big John. Daddy's home.
Nice. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, I had to give a shout out to John.
Yeah, he's a good former guest, friend of the podcast. I just got the deadlifter shirt on, rocking that. Joey's got a little weekend warrior action, looks like. If you don't know what that is, then stick around a little bit longer in the Discord before you start asking. Pick up stuff by osmosis. You'll figure it out. What do we got? So I think the big news in my book is we are officially out of unpaid and underrated shirts. They are
Hell
gone.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie.
Yeah, we went back and looked, and I'm going to call it 2 years. It might be just under, but ballpark within a month or so from now, we had, Tanner sent all our samples out, or the tester, not the testers, but the sneaky ones to me, Joey and Nate, and we did our pictures and everything. So that's when I took my pictures, was just about 2 years ago, and they sat there for a minute as of late, just because I think there was a medium and an extra small, and I think it had been down to that there for a while. But it was cool because it kind of was still on the website there for that last few months, and then Big Katie Moorhead pulled the trigger and got the last one, and it was really funny seeing her post because, I smaller, she's pretty jacked, but she's like 120, 130, somewhere in that realm, and she's just blowing the seams out of the extra small. It's pretty funny. I think she was mad at herself that she even fit into it at all, but like, to say that she fit into it was, a disrespect to the shirt. Yeah. Either generous, however you want to take it, but yeah, she was blowing the seams on that. But that was really cool to see. Her and Tyler Thompson were fighting over which one could get to order it, but I guess he graciously let her pull the trigger.
I always say if a shirt's a little too small, just cut the sleeves off and you'll be fine.
There we go.
But I think Katie's going to blow those sleeves out if she keeps wearing it. Yeah, those are going to explode.
But it was cool to see that. It was cool that they took a chance on us a couple years ago, and it took us 2 years. We sold out, buddy. We made them $11.
Yeah, only one thing left to do. Stay tuned.
Any chance of making a new one?
Never say never. Thank you for lining that up. You didn't even know that was coming. Thank you for lining that up. Never say never.
There's some talks. There's some wheels being greased and some palms being paid and all that, but we'll see if we get something worked out.
Some palms being paid.
Yeah, greasing the wheel. Well, do you grease a wheel and a palm?
Yeah.
What do you do to a palm? So
I don't think grease the wheel is a phrase.
No, it absolutely is, because that's like a mechanical thing.
But I don't think that's a phrase. I think
grease it all up.
No, you definitely.
It's like we're bribing people. Is grease?
No, you grease the wheel. Well, maybe.
Crank the wheel, spin the wheel.
Let us know in Discord if I'm completely wrong or if it's a little bit of both. We'll see. But yeah, that's cool. We'll see what happens. It's I don't know. It's really cool. I'm gonna miss those red ones being on the site, but we'll see what happens coming up. So Stephanie and I went up to it's called the Lilac Festival. I wouldn't call it a fair. It's not a carnival. It's just, I guess it's a fair / I don't know, but it's an event. They have vendors and everything. It's live music for like a week straight, but the essential, your typical fair / carnival vendors. Well, they might have some rides for kids and shit, but it's mostly just like the food vendors. My God, if we didn't spend about $80 last night,
I didn't even get
maybe let's see. I'm gonna do the math. So the deep fried turkey leg or the whatever the turkey leg thing is, $22. Plus a couple dollar. I think she tipped $1 and had $1 service charge, so it was fucking $25
What's
out
the
the
service
door.
charge?
Oh, just use a fucking credit card. Apparently, they want to add that in there because they're just crazy. So call it $24 for a turkey leg. Okay. But it was, I was like, that's fucking crazy. When she brought it back, it was pretty goddamn big. And so I get it. It tasted really good, but I think she ate like about 7 bites and then I had to carry around a 4 pound turkey leg for the next half hour. Uh, at least they had like a bag for to put it in, which is nice. And then, what else we get? We got a lemonade, a freshly squeezed lemonade with about a pound of sugar in it. I think it was about $13, $14.
Wow. I was gonna
And
say that
then,
those are $6. That's
oh, that'd be great. That would have been
yep.
great. And
Yep.
then my favorite carnival food is funnel cake. Not fried dough, not that's completely different, but a nice funnel cake once every couple years. That's what I need. And I'd honestly be okay with about a third of a funnel cake, but Stephanie has like 2 bites, and then it's like I'm stuck trying to eat the rest, and then it's like I'm not going to carry. We're about a mile or so from where the fair is. That's why we go because it's walking distance. I wouldn't. It's not something I'd necessarily would drive and pay for parking for, but anyway, the whole moral of the story is just, geez, Louise, did we spend damn near $70 on a turkey leg, a
Yep.
lemonade, and a piece of funnel cake. And I was just like, that's what we would have paid to go get two, New York strip steaks down the street at the restaurant. So I
Yeah.
just found that funny. Like, I don't know how people go out. Like, I don't know how someone could take their kids out to this stuff. And looking around, there wasn't like the kids that were there were like babies that were just not really getting their own food kind of thing, or like toddlers. There wasn't like that, 7 to 12-year-old demographic that would be like, oh, I want my own thing, because I don't think people can afford to take their families to stuff like that because it's just outrageously priced.
If this weekend's the Lilac Festival, I think that marks 2 years since I
Yeah,
showed up at your house.
that sounds about right.
Like
Yeah.
2 years to the weekend, because
Time
that was the
flies.
Lilac Festival when I was down there.
Every year we have it. That's and it's funny. It's like those spring festivals. It's kind of funny. It's gonna snow. It's gonna be 90, or it's gonna rain, and
Yeah.
it might do that all in the same week. um, I pulled a big Tanner this week. Maybe it was last week actually, but I was sitting down flipping the TV, maybe 2 weeks ago, whichever it was, and I don't know what drew me to it. Actually, I think it was I started watching Band of Brothers. I actually did a whole watch through of Band of Brothers. I watched it probably 20 years ago. Maybe not when it was new because I don't think I had HBO, but I would have watched it in my late teens, early 20s, and somewhere in the mid 2000 ishes. And so it's been over 20 years since I've seen it. I binged it I think in 2 days, maybe 2 or 3 sittings. It's a good show. It's a very good show. Which is funny enough. I had a couple of other friends that were like referencing it that weekend in the gym. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm watching Band of Brothers." And I was like, "That's ironic because I'm watching it too." So I could see why Tanner watches it so often because it really did pull me in. And I think I was saw someone talking about it. I think it was a Facebook reel or something doing like a story of one of the sub characters and like how they met the real life person and stuff. So that kind of just drew me in. And then that got Band of Brothers in my feed, and then another clip was I think it was like Bill Nye the Science Guy, maybe, or was it Mike Rowe? What is that? No, that's no the Dirty Jobs guy. I think he was talking about it, and I've never heard this phrase, but he said a remote dropper, and when referring to a show that you have to just drop the remote when you get there, and I was like, oh, I've never heard that phrase before. I like that. So that was my updates. I don't think I have anything other personal going on. Anything in the notes that's for you, Joey?
No, no. Looks like Sunday I'm heading over to the Dam Institute over in Toronto, and I'm going to be actually doing all of the events of the Live Hard Live Easy over
Nice.
there with Cam, Steve, and Stasia, all crew members. Um, Beyond that, no. Should talk a little bit about last week's episode, I
Yeah,
guess. Just
we got good feedback.
yeah, incredible reviews. Thank you to everybody that posted and let us know. I know I had personally publicly admitted that I was very nervous about that episode dropping, and a lot of you chastised me for that. So yeah, it I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys had fun. The odds of us doing another one soon are slim, but it does sound like it is something the people want, and I guess if somebody's up to making it, I'm sure we'll be up to doing it
Yeah, I think
next year.
Yeah, that's not like that's a once every 12 to 24 month kind of thing. It was
Yeah.
fun. It exceeded my expectations of its funness. I was very not self I was very nervous going into it of like, man, I don't want to sit here and talk about fucking like dragons and goblins and critters for 2 hours. It's gonna be the most boring episode ever. But like to make it crew centric as Massonomics,
Yeah.
Aberdeen,
Yep.
Bernie, like all that just made it cool. It
And a
was
lot.
enjoyable.
And I know Nate, you're listening. A lot of feedback, specifically that Nate is damn hilarious. And I want to point out, I know Keith knows. We both know that Nate is very, very, very funny. So it was really fun to have him as part of that and to be there with us that entire time because I do think he added a lot to that.
Yep. And he was going to be here this week, but he's still on the hunt for that prolapse. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but if also you guys don't always have to give us positive feedback. If you didn't like something, you're allowed to DM us. You're allowed to
Yep.
like, there is a public forum to have your discourse on the Discord.
Have your Discord on.
Yeah, I'm still gonna call it Disc. Fuck you guys. You can go have Discord in the Discord. I don't care if that's what I'm calling it. But yeah, like you don't always have to stroke our egos if you didn't like something or there's certain aspects of the podcast that we might not always listen and I might argue with you in public forum too. But like I don't know, some stuff might be legitimate, and we want the podcast to fit the vibe of the crew, not necessarily just
And
but
when they do, if they do not enjoy it, how should they go about it?
oh, what is it?
In
It's
my incorrect
yeah. In
opinion
my
is.
incorrect opinion, yeah. Do start it with that, yeah, for sure. This week's YouTube video was the big. Why am I drawing a big deadliest lift? Yeah,
Yep.
big.
Yep.
It was good. I did get a chance to watch it. I had to wait. I had to wait. I'm not able to. I didn't have any chance to I didn't have a lunch break or anything. So usually I'm able to watch a lot of it on the clock or kind of chilling in the truck. But it was all kind of consumed about an hour ago. But it was good. It was funny because there was someone had asked about the D&D dice from Home Gym Con because there's a guy that Ryan J Pitts that made this I want to say a 2 foot by 2 foot like D20 die that you actually can fill with lead shot and use as a loading implement. So, but they also when it's empty they can roll it down if they're rolling dice. So there was about a 30-second Dungeon and Dragons conversation on today's Massonomics video, which is just the meta-ness, the meta universe of they talked about Dungeon and Dragons the week before our episode, or maybe it was the week of our episode, and then they did that in the video. Listening live on last night's video, Tanner did get really. I did enjoy Tanner's kind of summarizing our 3-year anniversary and the episode itself, and kind of giving it kudos. So that was good to hear. I did miss a little bit of the pre-show because I had to go out, little personal weight journey, weight pickup. I was laying in bed. It was 9:15, 9:30, something like that, getting ready for the pre-show. And I saw these weights on Marketplace, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a really good deal. That's a really, really good deal." So I sent him an offer or started a negotiation, and we had kind of an agreement. And then it was like, "Oh yeah, you can come now, right?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, it's 9:30. No, I'm not coming now." And he's like, "Oh well, if you can't come now, I'm not gonna be available for 2 weeks or some bullshit." So I was like, so I kind of countered with all right, you throw these pair of 10-pound milled Yorks in, and you knock off $20, and I can come right now. But anything other than that, I'm not getting out of bed. So he agreed, and I freaking got home at 11 o'clock. But I was listening to pre-show and the show while going on a 45-minute round trip to go get some weights at fucking 10 o'clock at night. So it was a journey. What else? Big Love Lady, did you get a chance to listen to their Massonomics episode last week?
Yeah, the last week's episode with Grant, I listened to it, finished it up yesterday. And first off, Grant's a great dude. I've met him a few times at the Arnold and just really enjoyed that. Actually going to try the 50 cal challenge this
Oh yeah,
week, planning on trying that
you
out.
get one of those rogue bikes. I do. The
Oh,
wild thing
yeah.
with that is people are posting different times off different bikes, and it's well, that can't yeah, this guy's got a 20-second time, and the other guy's got a 6 minute. I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have a 6 minute
Yeah.
time, but I'm curious of the legitimacy of some of those times when they're used on completely different bikes.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you had to give that a rating or any other feedback on the episode, what do you think?
Let's give it a 5 out of 5 leg extensions. How about
Oh
that?
yeah, Is there a good felt load on those this week?
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. So yeah, it was a big Grant episode. Probably the first. I feel like they had what's this second guest they've had recently? Oh, they had Darko on a couple in the last couple months, I think. But yeah, I do like when they do get when they do get a guest. It's nicer when it's a repeat guest, I think, at this point, or at least some. Well, in Darko's case, it was repeat because we were personal friends with Darko, but like people in our world that we already know. I don't need to hear. I don't need to have them interview people that then I have to go follow on Instagram because I don't know them yet. Like if they're not already in my world, I probably don't care too much about what they have to say. Uh, but yeah, good episode. I liked I can't remember which one. I think Grant actually said it that referencing how he was, trying to podcast as much as he could when he was deployed and referencing how podcasts are curse. And I was just like, I can, some nights when you're just dead tired or, whatever this family situation is, I'm like, yeah, because and I took it as like, I can't not podcast no matter what's going on in my life. Like I might have to shift a day here and there, but like no matter what, for the most part, like we're podcasting that week and referring to that as a curse. I was just kind of like, it's a good curse, but sometimes it is a curse, I guess. So that just made me chuckle when he said that. And then Tanner, playing this really original game that he came up with all by himself. What is it? Best and worst, I mean, that was the least fun and most fun game I ever heard. But no, obviously I stole the game from somebody else and it's just funny because everyone steals everything, but it was amusing because I think I mentioned it and then Jen was like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna call him out," and then I was like, "Haha," and then she was like, "Well, don't fucking act like you don't steal everything," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's just the funny aspect of life."
We've
Oh, yeah,
never taken anything from them.
but I'll go ahead and give it a 5 out of 5. Big Toby scoring some strength co plates on Marketplace.
Yeah, I definitely listened, got through it. It took me 2 days, but I got there. Um, Nothing said that I wouldn't say. I did enjoy them going off on optimal. That was really fun because I had done it pretty much that day as well. When somebody at work was complaining about those broccoli haired kids that do 3 reps and then go flex in the mirror. And then I was just like, well, because they're doing optimal training. Like I just started fucking shouting about felt load and optimal training and all that shit. Um, yeah, so I'll give that one a 5 out of 5 strength go plates.
All right. Any affiliates? I think I should start ending my rating so then then it goes back to you for the affiliates. You don't have to feel obligated to talk for 6 minutes straight.
Right?
I'll make a
We'll do.
mental note for that next week.
Yeah, we'll do it. Of course, we've got Obsidian Pneumonia. We've got Plate Snacks. I saw Belt Fed Strength being talked about in the
Yeah.
Discord. Somebody dropped code unpaid with them, which was really awesome. In fact, directing them from Pioneer to Belt Fed and saying code unpaid. That was awesome of you. You can use code unpaid at all 3 of those. Some of those are kickbacks. Some of them aren't. Some of them are just for you. Um, doesn't matter as long as you use code unpaid and let them know that we sent you.
Big Love Lady, do you have a little sponsor read for, the sisters?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The little sisters.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
Um,
I refer to him. Watching Tanner in the video with Deadliest Lifter, he looked pretty damn little today. That's for sure. Like 3 or 4 inches shorter than the guy.
but yeah, what is there not to say about Massonomics? Like from the apparel that they've dropped, awesome apparel. They're drink spotters. They're doing awesome jobs there. They've created this awesome community of like-minded people through the Discord. And look, there is not another community like the one they've created in the strength realm. Um, and for just $3 a month, and all that is, you can not get one energy drink a month. Take that $3,
Fair.
go on Massonomics website, get signed up for their supporting membership, and it's basically Perk City. So you get access to early drops. You get to listen to the podcast live each week. You get in the Discord of awesome people and be able to get involved with things like this. And occasionally you'll get a free gift. So actually, they got a free gift coming up. I think Tanner referred to it as May 20th as the line in the sand. So you're going to want to get on the right side of history on this. Get signed up before May 20th and get in on the community.
I love that. I love when people during the ad reads or just throughout the episode, they always put like they break it down how much it actually would cost. So like we had the 10 cents a day recently, and now it's an energy drink a month. Like it's to put it to intangible terms of like that's all we have to pay to get this. Like that's just it's a
It's
no brainer.
insane.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
no brainer. You get all these, you get the majority of good like minded people. Well, what do you think? We kick all these looky loos out. Glad they were here. Who we actually do have some. Who do we got? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys got to go. All right. Big Love Lady, is that you, buddy?
Yeah, man. Happy to be here.
Hey, welcome to the Unpaid and Underrated Podcast. Good to have you. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way because I know there's like 7 of you down there in Alabama and it's hard to keep them all straight. So who are you? Where are we going to find you at?
All right. So I'm Hayden Lovelady. I got two brothers that's involved. They're co-owners of the gym as well. So there's some other love ladies you'll see in the Discord. You can find me on Instagram at lovelady_71. You can find me at my gym, Misfits Barbell Club down in North Alabama. So yeah.
Love it. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right. Well, you're a name that I've seen around for a long time. I'm going to assume you've been here a minute, so let's just hear that whole Massonomics origin story. Where'd you find them? The podcast, YouTube, Instagram. Why are you still here?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go on a rant here, but
Yeah.
and I like to ramble, so tell me to shut up whenever I need to.
All right,
But
as long as we're in bed
um,
by 9 o'clock, 9:30, we're good.
back in 2020, my brothers and I decided to go to the Arnold that wasn't the Arnold. We went down. We went ahead and went down to a gym that Joe Sullivan owned at the
Oh
time,
yeah,
Pinnacle Performance.
yeah, I remember that. Seeing that on YouTube and Instagram. As
Yeah,
well.
so we were there. We seen the Massonomics banners and flags. Everybody's rocking Massonomics shirts. We actually met Jonathan Oldham down there. Had no idea who he was at the time, and kind of chatted it up with him. So obviously on the way back, went ahead and purchased a bunch of Massonomic stuff, and
Nice.
then actually started listening to the podcast in 2020, right around April. I went back and looked. I think it was episode 210 was the first one I listened to. They were talking about when Thor broke Eddie Hall's deadlift
Mhm.
record. Um, and then joined Discord in February of 2022.
Well, it took you a bit, but we got our claws in you.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I think you might have beat me on that. I don't know, somewhere. It's about the same. No, that's good. That's good. How was that? So were you guys already on the way to the Arnold when you were like, oh, it's
So,
closed, or was it just like, man, we already got time off work. Let's just go and see what happens? Like,
yeah, so it was the night before we left is when they announced it, and we had already taken off work, already had the hotel and that sort of stuff. So we
oh
said
yeah, if
we'll
you couldn't
just
get the
go
hotel
down.
back, then yeah, I guess at that point you're just gonna make it. Yeah, and that was literally probably right before like stuff started shutting down. I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah, that
shut
was
down, but I meant like it was right at that cusp of like, oh, this will blow over kind of thing with everything
yes,
going on.
exactly.
Yeah, that was I do remember that super spreader meet they had there. All right, so North Alabama, is that always been home or is that just home now or you
Oh
know?
yeah, it's always been home. Moulton, Alabama, a little town of 3,600 people.
Nice.
Wow. How many of them do you know by name?
Three then.
Probably at least half.
All right. One piece of Massonomics merch you wish you had bought. Now you've been around a long time, so it's not like you missed a lot. But if there was one that you missed out that you think, I'm not going to want that, and then changed your mind a little later, which one's that?
The
Man,
sweatpants.
no, no, no. The
Sterling. Love you, buddy.
the original Buddy yeah, Buddy shirt. The
Oh
Mm.
yeah, the
original.
non-blurred one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's one I definitely missed out on.
It's a good one. It's a popular answer for sure. So
What the?
being around long enough there, even tracking that haul. I mean, I've seen you a bunch of places. I haven't seen you in South Dakota, but I've seen you, at the Arnold a bunch. Did you ever make it to Home Gym Con?
No, we're actually
Okay.
the this past Arnold I had to skip out on with the birth of my daughter.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
So the plan is to go to Home Gym Con in place of it this year.
Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so but circling back though to what I started before I sidetracked myself there. Hall of Fame status. Where do you think you're at, or where are
I
you at?
am at I've got 10.
Okay. So home
Biggest
gym.
thing, if I could make it down to Aberdeen, that would get
Oh
me
yeah, that
past
puts you.
12 for sure.
Yeah. I mean, hell. So if this year alone, but I mean, if you do home gym con, that's 11. So
Yeah.
what's another easy one if you don't do lift hard, or is lift hard live easy kind
That
of like you pretty much almost have to do lift hard or crew falls because that's like 4 or 5
yeah.
total, wouldn't it?
Um, Getting my
Compete
voice on the
gym.
Massinomics podcast
Oh, that's
would be
how
one.
have you not? Well, do you go to bed at 8 o'clock at night or something? How do you miss? I mean,
No, no.
especially being in you're in there, you're in an easier time zone too. So it's I can see how some of the
Funny.
East Coast. Yep, go
So
ahead.
funny enough, some of their call-in episodes, I've missed it twice now. I wake up
Ah,
with a missed call from Aberdeen.
Oh
that's
no.
a lot of that too. Is
Yeah,
people don't. If you think there's a call coming, you got to go in and turn your phone. You got to like turn it off of do not disturb mode before you go to
yeah.
assuming you want to answer. Okay, so and the last couple times they've done those, they've catered to people that need to get the point. So you play your cards right, you could theoretically get your cup this year.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
you do if you get a call in before home gym con, which I mean that's a couple months, so that might be tight, but because that would be cool to be able to get your cup in person
Yeah.
this in July at home gym con. But either way, it sounds like you're on the road to getting there. But yeah, highly recommend coming out to Sioux Falls and or Aberdeen. But we do understand that that's a it's a journey, and you like to drive, you don't like to fly anywhere, right? So that'd be a
Yeah.
little bit longer of a trek.
Yeah, never say never, but live hard, live easy would definitely be on the bucket list of meets to do.
Yep. Yeah, and
Definitely a
that
good
would bang
weekend.
out two at least, right? Crew Falls would be one, but if you headed down there, that'd be three at least, right? Go to
And
the
then
gym.
lift it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just is it lift at and then the gym, or is there one I missed? Like it's not.
Lit,
Attend lift hard, live
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
too.
attend, compete, and then there's lift in the gym.
Was there? So it's
Yeah.
three, or am I okay?
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. Do you got a? Well, you said you lost your sporting membership number, so you're not sure what that is, right?
Yeah, of course
But
I've lost
ballpark
it.
2022, you're going to be sub 100 at that point, or
Yeah, yeah, I believe
yeah, you
so.
probably are sub 100 by now, even if you weren't to begin with. That would be fair. And then Misfit Barbell. That is a you are a certified training facility, I'm guessing, and you are
Oh
a
yeah.
private studio gym, or what's kind of your
No, it's a small public gym.
okay.
Going back to a certified training facility, we're on the first 50. So we
Nice.
like to say that. But
OG.
yeah, it's a small public facility that we have here. We have about 30 lifters, and I would say about 20 of them compete competitively in powerlifting.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys do a like a key card 24/7 thing where you don't have to have anyone staff
Uh,
there, and
yeah, yeah,
that's yeah, you almost that's good. And that's something you and your brothers are all in business in together, or is it just kind of
yeah.
nice?
Yeah, so kind of relating it back to the 2020 story, it's actually we'd always kind of daydreamed about owning a gym, and then on the way back from the Arnold that wasn't the Arnold in 2020, we kind of talked. We said this is definitely something we've got to look into, and within a week from getting back, we actually signed the lease to Misfits. So
Nice. So is the gym more of necessity because you are in such a small town and you got tired of driving a half hour to a real gym, or was there just like a shitty Globo gym that you kind of got kicked out of for deadlifting too much or something?
well. Prior to that, we were kind of just getting into powerlifting, but we were doing it at a commercial gym here in town that didn't cater to powerlifting at all. So we decided to open that up and we said, look, if nothing else, because we got a really good deal on it. So if nothing else, we'll have a place to train ourselves.
Yeah. Nice.
Uh, who has the profile on Gym Radar for
That would
Misfits?
be me. That would be
Nice.
me. Yeah.
Nice.
Are you the most I mean, you're the one I think I've met your brothers, or at least because I was 2 years ago, I would have met
Yeah.
you at the Arnold then. You seem to be, are you the more outgoing or just the more like into Massonomics, or you said they're both crew too though?
Yeah, I know one for sure. I believe both of them are. But yes and no. Kind of depend on the situation. Definitely with Massonomics, I would say I'm more into it than they are.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's what we're here to talk about. So that sounds like an answer for me. All right. Well, outside of that one butthead that thought he'd be funny and give a fake name and a bunch of stupid information. What was it?
Oh, jeez.
My cock small or something stupid like that. And like I was so annoyed that like I didn't even see that it was a fake dick name. So I actually screenshot it and I was like, this, I was like, go ahead and I was like, hey, and tell your asshole buddy that he literally did nothing, didn't do us any favors because like every freaking answer was something stupid. And then you were like, I don't even know who that is. And I was just like, what do you mean you don't know who it is? And then like I look at the name and I'm like, actually, I got to look it up because it was so,
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's definitely got to be one of the guys at the gym.
it was Mike Oxmall, like Oxmal. So Mike Coxmall, family friend in parentheses. I'm like, you son of a bitch. It was just so like that's almost funny, but it's still just a waste of time because it's like 6 minutes of my time was wasted today, like pulling that out of the notes, and I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
we rant about it all the time, but like you guys suck when you do that.
I literally I saw like all the answers that guy submitted and was like, we can just delete this.
Yeah,
Like every
well,
answer that guy put in, just
I
get
wish the notes were that easy because I can't like omit.
No, I know.
I hope actually Nate, when you're listening, figure out a way for me to like delete everything someone submitted prior to copying because that would be helpful. All right. But for the people that you did actually reach out to that gave competent answers, how was that journey? Because I think I'd reach out to you last week when you had like two people submitted as of like a couple days before the episode. And it's like, hey, you might want to get on this, Chief.
Like how did I explain it to him?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
yeah.
So the guys from the gym and my brothers, they know about Massonomics. So I basically said it's Massonomics adjacent
Nice.
podcast. And then my parents, of course, not in the Massonomics realm. Hey, I'm going on this podcast. Answer these questions for me.
I think your dad gave me like 3 words total in his responses, spread
That
between
sounds
like
about right.
somehow there's a spread between 4 different answers. I'm exact, but it was pretty. But to his credit, he didn't do the cardinal sin of just continuously writing, I don't have anything for this, I don't know, nothing, and then all that copies and paste into our doc that then I have to go delete because it's a waste of time rather than leaving a blank. So, I'm on a little bit of a rant tonight, but such is life. All right, well. Are you familiar with this game that Tanner came up with all by himself called Least Fun, Most Fun Adjacent?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so we're going to give you a single topic. We can give Big Hayden Lovelady here one topic, and he has to basically tell me the worst thing about it and the best thing, but I like to call it Least Fun, Most Fun. I like this one. If this is inaccurate information, I got to back up, but hopefully it's right. So, Least Fun, Most Fun, coaching middle school football.
Oh man, I could go on a rant,
Yeah.
but
I
I'm
just
going
want
to.
you want to lead in with just how long you've been doing it though too, just for some like
Oh yeah, yeah,
backstory.
yeah. So
And
this
like,
is year 6
oh
of
dang.
coaching middle school boys, and
Is that 6 through
the
8 now, or is that just 7 and 8?
the 7th and 8th.
Okay.
And most fun, man, is the kids themselves are fun to be around. They keep me young and that sort of stuff. The least fun, everybody's gonna know it. It's the parents. It's the
Yeah,
parents.
I can imagine. And you've been in it long enough. You've probably had like the same parents a few times with like,
Oh yeah,
siblings and stuff. And
yeah.
you're
You
just like,
see the
oh, here
last
comes
name, and you
trouble.
know,
There's this
yeah,
asshole that we know. There's the crazy lady that's gonna, want to fight me every game for not, not putting Johnny in enough snaps.
exactly.
I love playing middle school football. Was like that's once you get to high school, it almost becomes. I mean, it's still fun, but it's like it's more competitive, obviously, because it's like at least where I was from, there was like 3 feeder middle schools, whereas
Yeah,
middle school just had like. I mean, I guess there were still elementary school feeders, but it's different because no one was playing
yeah.
football in elementary unless at Pop Warner and stuff. But middle school football was so much fun. And it was like so I have like some of my more fun memories in middle school than I ever did in like high school. So
Oh yeah,
as
for
a
sure.
coach. And what level? Like, are you the head coach? You as assistant coach?
Yeah,
What positions?
yeah. Head coach for the last 6 years. So
Oh,
prior
dang.
to that, I coached 3 years as an assistant with varsity, but went down to middle school and have loved it so far.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Do you carry over the same kind of schemes every year for your just for the simplicity, or you kind of cater into your? I mean, because you have to cater to your roster to some extent too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We changed it up a little bit. We tried to run like a watered down version of what our varsity does.
That helps for sure.
Yeah,
That's good. When I was playing, that's what it's they did that a little bit, but I think they got away from it. So then I still follow a lot of the the like any social media of like old football teams and stuff that I'm on, and they're always talking about how like they now the new head coach of the varsity team is like hands on with the feeder middle schools and stuff, and trying to get them to
Yeah,
run like the same like power whatever I can't remember
yeah,
what the
for
hell they
sure.
off. So that's pretty cool. I like to hear that. That's good stuff. What you got for him?
Uh, actually, I want to take a moment here and say that I did the garage gym competition, and you know what they put in their questionnaire?
A lot. It's like that's the least. That is garage gym competition. Least fun, most fun. Least fun is a goddamn questionnaire, Joe. But
Yeah,
again, he's doing it for free, and I'm sure he's like doing something with that data to like it was gonna be selling it probably. I don't know, but goddamn it is a 15-minute submission scenario.
yeah, they actually put who would you train with?
I did see that. I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
I was
think.
just like,
Oh,
that's
I did.
familiar.
Yeah, I think I put my grandpa because he never watched me lift or knew me when I was like into sports, like athletics.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna go with hype person on this one just to stick it to garage gym. Um, you're going for a big lift. You've got one chance to have any person, fictional, living or dead, to hype you up before that lift. Who you picking?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's go WWE here. Let's go Dwayne the Rock Johnson for
Oh,
Hot
there you go.
Man.
Yeah,
Let's go. Cut a
yeah,
good promo right before the lift.
yeah. I bet he would be a good. I bet he would be good.
I
I
would
always
say
use
like
that gif of him yelling "focus." I love when he does
I
that.
I would say, do you mean like the human or the actor or the
No,
wrestler? But
no,
it's all the
they're
same person. Like,
yeah, the
it's so simple.
persona.
Yeah, it's so similar. I mean, I guess I still remember Rocky Maivia when from like the mid and late '90s when he was just a baby. So like that was my first, like in my head, a lot of times like I still think of him as that because that's when I knew him as like a 12-year-old
With the
before
with
he.
the blue stripes and always smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're a middle school football coach. What else do you do for a living? If is as
Uh,
much or as little as you want to talk about it.
oh, well, yeah, let's go for it. So a little bit of everything. So my day job, I'm a middle school PE teacher.
Okay,
I like to say I play dodgeball and walk the track for fun and get paid for it. So
there you go.
I do that for my day job. I coach middle school football. I run the gym. Started coaching some guys here recently through our new my new coaching, Busy Dad's coaching.
Oh, nice,
Other than that, family man and spending time with the kiddos.
nice. And you just recently had was that your first you just had or was that one of
That is number two. So I've got a
nice.
2-year-old boy, little toddler. He's a hellion, but I love it.
Nice, nice. We have a lot of PE teachers in the crew, I feel. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like,
Or
what do we
maybe
have
maybe it's
more
just that we
of?
had like a couple recently. Maybe
Do we
there's
have
been three total and it's just been in the last month. I don't know, but
do we have more phys ed teachers and more bassists? Like, what do we?
so many bases. Are you a basis, Hayden?
No, 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 no.
Okay. Well, there was a 50-50 chance you would have been.
At this rate.
So I'm assuming your last name is it Lovelady or is that a spin
Yeah.
on okay, so your brothers don't call you that then I'm guessing since that's their last name too.
No, no, no. They just refer to me as Hayden.
There you go. Okay. Well, we call you Big Lovelady because you're the
Oh
most
yeah.
invested crew from Alabama that
And
I
the
know.
biggest.
Oh yeah. So you guys are the Alabama contingent then, right? Is that what they used to reference?
So I guess now we are. I wouldn't say in the early stages of Massonomics, it would be more Big John and his crew down in Birmingham. But
Oh, okay.
I would say here recently, yeah.
Nice. Okay. I wasn't sure if there was I didn't know the whole history there, but so any other crew then? Because who else is down there? What's the wrestler kid? I can't think of his name.
Turner, Alston
Yeah, is he
Turner.
anywhere near you?
He's about a 2.5 hour drive from me. So he came to Misfits a few years ago and came
Oh,
and
cool.
visited. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Nice. So then you at least I'm sure you got your, well, actually the funny thing for you that your easiest check mark is get a picture with a crew member. If you're related to a couple of them, that's gotta be pretty easy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's cheating or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I'll allow it, but like, yeah. So it says that you started, you were running during college, and that's what started
Yeah,
your lifting journey. Why don't you give us some history on that?
man. So I haven't ran in forever, but right. So we did lift. Me and my brothers lifted in high school with the football team and that sort of stuff. But as we got into college, we got into more running for whatever reason. And actually, we done a right when like David Goggins started getting popular. We
Hmm.
decided we would do a 24-hour race around a 1 mile track. And I think we ended the 24 hours at around 42, 43 miles. We had no business running it. We didn't really train for it. And that just about retired me from running.
Yeah, that would do it. That sounds awful. Did you sleep?
No, no, no.
Oh, yeah, no, that sounds awful.
Yeah,
Okay,
would not recommend it.
and then that got you into lifting.
Yeah, yeah. So transition from that into basically your bro lifting, just going to the gym and hitting your bro split. And then a year or two into that, kind of transition into powerlifting.
Any competitions under your belt?
Yeah, actually, so I say we've transitioned into powerlifting. My first two real competitions were strongman competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, kind of moved into powerlifting and have competed 6 times, I believe, 6 or 7.
Nice.
Does
Nice.
does Misfits being a like the premier strength facility in your town cater to strongman at all? Because I mean that's kind of
Oh
a
yeah,
whole
yeah,
different sub genre of equipment and like mindset of lifters.
yeah, no. So when we started the place, it was basically half strongman, half powerlifting. And we still have a ton of strongman stuff, and we have a bunch of guys from around surrounding towns, strongmen that train there as well.
Oh, dope. That's cool. That's got to be you almost have the market cornered for like, that niche sport, but as long as you can,
Yeah.
pay rent and, make money to buy some new equipment every now and then, you're probably happy.
Oh yeah, yeah. So funny story. All the money that goes into it, because we still have our day jobs, just goes into buying new equipment. So kind of
Love
like
it.
Massonomics, we just get free equipment basically.
That's good stuff. Do you do a lot of like more upgrades or just do you have enough space to just keep plugging shit in there?
So up until recently, we've just been plugging stuff in, and then in the last 6 months or so, we've just been upgrading.
Nice. I love a good upgrade. That's there. Yeah, that's where you. I mean, it's almost when you've like, oh, I've kind of got a nice place where I can afford to spend $1,000 to upgrade something that's like 7% better.
Yeah, for sure.
Do like who coined Misfits?
It's actually Wheeler, which is my middle brother. Just kind of brainstorming some names, and he came up with it, and it stuck.
Dude,
I mean, there's a lot here, but it's like there's not a lot of segues.
yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, how do we segue into this?
So mowing the grass you don't like, huh? Do you have to actually do the maintenance at the gym then, or does the landlord take care of it? Actually, so like I mean, there's got to be like so you've had the gym for 4 or 5 years, whatever it is. There's got to be some horror stories, like the shittiest thing you've had to deal with as a tenant slash it depends. I know you said you got a good deal. Does that mean it's because your landlord's hands off and doesn't do anything, and you got to repair everything
Yeah,
yourself? Okay, so
yeah,
like
pretty much hands off.
okay,
Horror stories is definitely the toilet. I know
that's what we hear. That's what we hear.
that's
Mhm.
everybody. Yeah, uh, man, it gives us issues once a quarter for sure.
Well, it's because assholes flush baby wipes down it, like it's gonna not be
I'm
a problem, and
telling
then it's
you,
a problem. You gotta
yes, for
start
sure,
revoking memberships. I don't know. It's hard though because you have to have a camera like on the outside of the door to be like, which one of these assholes did it?
exactly.
Have you ever had to kick anybody out or anything? Anybody that just like caused drama and you just couldn't deal with it?
No, luckily, all our members that we've had have been awesome people. So not yet, but
It's in pretty much no motivation to do anything with a home gym, considering well, how far is Misfits from your house?
uh, 5, 10 minutes.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah,
yeah,
so there's no reason to really
no,
look in.
if Misfits wasn't there for sure, a home gym, but it being 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah,
Not really.
makes sense. How ballpark? How old are you? I always like to know how. Sometimes I can't tell.
Uh,
It's like, is this guy
oh, you're
27 or
good.
is he 34?
28.
Oh yeah, I was right on. Take it.
Yeah.
I
So, funny enough, I'm 28. My older brother, my middle brother is about 29, and my oldest brother is 30, 31, somewhere in there.
Wow, your parents wasted no time in
Yeah.
between.
Three kids in 4 years. Yeah.
Oh my, that's three. It's almost three under three. Crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
So you had a huge weight loss. As somebody who's going
Yeah.
through that, not a huge one, but going through a bit of a weight loss right now. What happened? Was that on purpose? How'd you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, after we had my son in 2023, wanting to spend more time with them, I kind of got lazy with my nutrition, like a lot of us do, and kind of I still trained, but I didn't train. Looking back, I didn't train near as significantly as I should have been, and I got up to like 280-ish pounds. And didn't like the way I looked and didn't like the way I felt and like didn't really like the example I was setting for my son. So decided to go on a little weight loss journey, and shout out to Macro Factor. You can use discount code Massonomics discount code with them, but using that, locking in my nutrition, kind of finding ways to still train hard, do the things I need to do, but also not take away time from my family. Uh, Kind of found a system that worked, and now setting it around 200 pounds. And what's
Nice.
really like I'm most proud of is I always fell under the idea that I needed to be heavier to lift the most amount of weight that I could. But I'm actually lifting heavier now than I was at 280. So the idea really that you need to be heavy to lift heavy is not always the case.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like I'm not this heavy because I think I'm going to be strong. I'm just, that's just where I am in life right now. But I would be, equivalently stronger if I lost 50 pounds because I don't have
Yeah,
50 pounds of muscle. That you weren't holding on to 50 pounds of muscle when you lost your weight, and I'm not either.
no,
So
no,
I
for
feel
sure.
that. I can relate, but uh, Alabama football, huh? That's the team down there. There's no big
Absolutely.
sometimes it's like how many some of the colleges I'm like, wait, what state are they in? It's like so what are the other big like
You've
in-state
got
schools?
you've got Alabama and Auburn, and that's about
Ah,
it.
okay,
And
okay.
yeah,
So
that's
that's
kind of
the
why the rivalry is the way it is.
so Auburn's the one with the tree, and the Alabama guy fucking killed the
Yeah,
tree a couple,
yeah,
well, probably a decade ago now, but I do remember.
yeah.
So then, were you so big Nick Saban fan then? Because he got you guys about a half dozen natties there.
Oh yeah, always, always. So when I first got into actually watching college football is right when Saban came in. So
No, nice.
basically, up until a few years ago, my entire knowledge of Alabama football was wrapped around him.
And then who's the guy now?
Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah. Because he's the one from he didn't he have South Dakota ties or something if I recall.
Yeah, so he was at can't think of the college, but I think he was right around Aberdeen, somewhere in there.
That's wild. Small world. Oh, and
Uh,
then yeah.
okay. I want to ask about your first trip to the Arnold and what the bars you were eating did to you.
I did see that.
Oh man, that's a good story. So we were still like new to the whole nutrition thing. So we thought we were doing good by getting a bunch of these low sugar or alternative sugar protein bars and stuff like that that had a ton of sugar alcohols in them. And that car that we drove to the Arnold that first year is still not aired out from that trip.
Three love ladies shitting their pants the whole way.
Every one of us.
That's hysterical.
So definitely stay away from the sugar alcohols.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a time and place for real sugar, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So no desire to get back into strongman. Just do you like just the kind of the nuts and the bolts of powerlifting and how it's just more I do this linear progression, I get stronger, I restart it and do it again, and I don't have to I can just do three lifts with some accessories and I'm happy.
Honestly, I love strongman. During my time in it, the biggest issue is there's not a ton of strongman competitions close by.
I
So
could
you're
see that
looking at
sucking.
like a 3 to 4 hour drive to the
Okay, okay.
closest one.
Yeah, say less. I get it.
Now that being said, if one popped up within an hour, 2 hours, I would definitely be interested in doing it because, like I said, I may have had more fun at the strongman competition that I've done than my powerlifting meets that I've competed in.
Yeah, I guess I mean I do know how lucky I am, but like hearing that like that, it's like I'm so lucky to have like four strongman promoters within an hour of me. So that's we'll call it 2 hours at the most, but
Yeah, for sure.
that
The
is
strongman competition that I've done was in Jackson, Mississippi. So we funny story there. We woke up at 3 a.m. that morning,
oof.
drove 6 hours to Jackson, Mississippi, competed in it, finished up around 10 o'clock that night, and made the drive back home.
Damn. What the
Jeez.
fuck did it go to 10 o'clock at night for? Was it like a
Oh, it
national
was
thing? That's
no,
no
it was
excuse. Unless it was a
yeah, it
hundred.
was extremely slow and a ton of competitors.
That's just that's poor form. Not like I would have there's no I would have went home, dude. Like there's no way I'd have been like I would have been DNF the last two events. Like I ain't fucking sticking around till 10 p.m. at night for nothing. That's
Exactly.
wild. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty insane.
sounds like you need to host a strongman show at your place then, it looks like.
Man, honestly, if we had the space for sure, strongman competition and powerlifting meet.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of the thing you just do it in the parking lot or see if there's like a high school. I mean, you could probably run it in the damn middle school, but it's you got to have a
That's
million.
yeah, that's
You
what
have to
it
have a
would.
million mats to not break the floor. It's kind of the tricky part.
Yeah, it would come down to renting out a space close by.
Hmm. So is the wife supportive of you and all your extracurricular with I'm sure coaching doesn't take up a small or takes up more than a small amount of time. The lifting aspect of it itself, now that you're getting into a little of the coaching and stuff, is there's
Oh
never enough
yeah, man.
hours in the day, I
Uh,
imagine.
I'm super blessed in that regard. Man, my wife is super supportive and really blessed to have her in my corner.
Nice.
Maybe I'll get some brownie points for that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, hopefully she listens. We always like it when they listen. It just makes it feel better. Um, so you still actively listening to the podcast every week. So being around for the last 6 years, did you like the as far as Massonomics goes, were you a bigger fan of like the interviews, or have you liked how they've kind of morphed into just shooting the shit and now they're morphed into the home gym equipment? Like where's your taste lie?
Um, I do like the occasional guest, but I kind of like the setup they have now, and I really enjoy the home gym stuff. As a gym owner myself, like seeing
Mhm.
the different equipment and that sort of stuff. Really enjoying seeing that.
So then, were you an early adopter of Gym Radar once that went live to everybody?
Yes. So I got on there when they dropped it in Discord, before it went actually public.
Hmm. And then, have you used that at all for any of your purchasing,
Oh
or
yeah.
do you think you will in the future too?
Yeah, so the newest piece of equipment we got is a peg deck, and actually got on there and found a guy that had it in his gym. Kind of conversed back and forth with him, seeing how he liked it, his likes and dislikes, and ended up making that purchase. So that was a
Nice,
nice perk of being on Gym Radar.
nice. What brand was that? Out of curiosity.
I believe it's Peak Strength. Peak Strength
Okay.
Equipment. It's a newer brand, I think, out of Chicago.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I don't know who the Gym Radar guys are, but they're doing a great job.
Yeah, whoever those guys are
Whoever
behind that
those
fence,
handsome devils are.
we're not sure. So, what do you do for training? Are you someone has submitted that you use Chat GPT, but I don't know if I believe that.
Hmm.
No, no. As far as my training or training
Yeah.
other guys.
Well, either or, honestly. Like, what is your philosophy, and then what do you do for yourself, and what do you do for your guys?
So myself, I've been running Juggernaut for a year and a half now. I
Nice.
actually ran it one time previous and didn't enjoy it, but also didn't give it a lot of time to actually work.
Hmm.
So now that I've been in it a year and a half, and it's for especially for the price, you're not going to beat it. It's a great tool to have. And then for my guys. I kind of run a almost like a Chad Wesley Smith type, that kind of philosophy. So kind of juggernaut-esque philosophy with those guys as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I can confirm. I think I used Juggernaut for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And I remember doing the check-in and it just giving me some deadlift that I just thought, no, there's no way that's going up for that many reps. But I put my faith in the Chad bot and it went up. And it was I can't remember the date or anything, but I think I took a picture and it actually hangs right over here. Because I think I was filming it at the time. And I think it was the first time I did 365 for like 5 reps, which I said was like, that's what I want to do. And I did it. And like the picture is just me on my knees looking completely astounded. I pulled it off. And that's what Juggernaut, like I've been on it since. So I think I'm going on 4 years on Juggernaut, to be honest with you, like three, maybe 3.
Yeah, I mean it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's actually the training that I used running into my last powerlifting meet and hit the biggest numbers I have at the lowest body weight I've ever been. So
Yeah.
it definitely works.
I keep
Wilkes
saying
PR.
I'm gonna cancel it. I'm gonna cancel it, and then it's just the one thing that I can't cancel because it gets me in there. It reminds me I got to go today, and all of those things. But also, like it just works.
It does.
Is there a skiing story? The way it's worded doesn't make any sense. Is there a story about skiing? And I don't know if that means
I
I don't
swear
know
if
if
this
that's
is dick
mountain
jokes,
sled
like
skiing
if
or if this
it's
is water
No,
skiing or if
no.
I
it's
was laying between two dudes and
some
skiing. I
weird
swear
sex
to
thing.
God,
I
yeah.
don't know. What do we got?
No, we actually went on a vacation, family vacation. Shoot, I don't, maybe close to 10 years ago. We went skiing. Of course, I'm super uncoordinated, so it didn't go great. I decided I was going to do one last ski down the hill and absolutely busted it on a piece of
Mm-hmm.
ice and destroyed my knee, and it ballooned up
Oh,
to
that's
a
not good.
Oh
basketball
no.
size. Oh yeah, it was fun times. Like, well, not fun, but learning experience for sure. But that being said, I've not skied since.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't either.
Well, I mean, and that's got to be really hard because Alabama is really known for its skiing. So, I mean, you have to drive by all these nice resorts every week that you would want to go skiing.
Yeah, Alabama, well known for its skiing. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. No, that was
Roll Tide.
up in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Okay, I'm fixing notes here as we go. Yeah, I'm all out of sorts. I don't know if it made it, but yeah, I was bang asleep until 6:59. It was awful. And I burned my mouth on the pizza. Like it's been a weird afternoon.
You dummy.
Burned my
That's the
mouth on the
worst.
pizza. Yeah, Morgan says like I thought you were in the washroom, and then it was half an hour later, and you still weren't back. I said, did he go to bed?
Did I tell my Costco pizza story on here? I think it was just in the
No.
group chat. It was so we went to Costco a couple weeks ago and I had never put in an order for like the full like 9.99 pizza. And I was like, we can't not do that. We got to try it once because like we were starving and we didn't want to spend like money. It's basically we didn't want to like have an expensive dinner. And we already had to go to Costco anyway, which was going to cost several $100s. So nonetheless, went in, walked over, put the order in the kiosk, whatever. I was even supposed to. They said like, "Hey, ask how long it'll be," and I'm like, "There's the guy." I stared at the guy for 2 minutes and like tried to get his attention. He just ignored me. So I was like, "Whatever. We're gonna be here for at least a half hour. I think they can make a pizza in a half hour." Do all our shopping. Probably even went 40 minutes doing our shopping somewhere in that realm. Go over. I'm like, "Hey, is that pizza ready?" And they're like, "Oh no, it's gonna be like another 25 minutes, half hour." I'm like, fuck. So loaded all the groceries, came back in, waited another 10 minutes or so, and it was finally ready. But it was just like, I never waited a fucking hour for a goddamn Costco pizza before. It was crazy. I've always just got a slice and it's like ready in like 30 seconds. But put a whole pizza in, be ready to wait because dang, but it was pretty good.
Any Costco's near you, Hayden?
No, we actually have Sam's Club. Sam's Club's basically
Yeah,
Costco adjacent.
yeah. Same owners.
Yeah.
Do you want to move into some games there, Keith?
Yeah. Are you familiar with FMK? You got a F1, you got to marry one, you got to kill one. Pretty simple, cut
Yes,
and
for sure.
dry. I
Let's
think I'm
do
gonna
it.
let's see. I'm gonna go with lifts. So do a little pressing FMK. So just your standard competition bench press, incline bench. or overhead press? FMK, standard bench, incline bench, overhead press, and
Let's
all.
see.
I would allow any variation of barbells and
Yeah.
dumbbells, but those are like the three meat and potatoes.
Yeah, earthquake bar, all of them.
Yeah. Just tsunami your butt.
Let's go. We're gonna marry the bench.
Okay.
Simple enough. You can't be a power lifter and not bench, right? So
I mean,
we're
I
gonna
like to
marry the
try.
you
bench.
could be a deadlift specialist. I still wish there was I still wish squat only was an event because I wouldn't mind going in, squatting a PR, and going home.
A funny story. So the
Sorry,
the
that's just such a.
So,
federation.
well,
You're
you say
good.
that
You're
like
good.
I'm gonna cut you because I had a buddy that I see so many friends their powerlifting meet story how they escalate of just squatted a 575 PR first squat PR in 10 years. Next slide, bombed out on bench, doing deadlift only now, and I'm like, you fuck, like why? Squat only in some of these guys' cases wouldn't be the worst, but some days you
I
just
see
I
me.
don't.
I'm just picturing it like you show up to the event. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Hayden.
Yeah,
No,
Uh,
you're good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do it, but I did it. But like you show up and you're like, you just bang out your first squat, bang out your second, then your third, then you're like, okay, bye. Like I'm not
like
waiting around for all this other shit. I'm out of
I could be
here.
home at like 9:45 a.m., not p.m. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. Your reasoning made more sense than mine because mine was the grumpy reasoning that I just don't want to fucking be here all day.
It just took me back to the meet didn't go as planned because I was like the guy was so proud in his post of how or his story of like he worked so hard to build back after like a knee surgery and hit a PR and then fucking bombed on bench. I'm like, you dumb shit. You're gonna bomb on
Okay.
bench press. So
So
yep,
you
sorry.
said, yeah, Mary Bench.
Yep.
Yes. Let's go ahead and kill off the incline press,
Attaboy.
and we will F the overhead press.
Nice. Now if you had to pick your top couple of overhead press variations, you can get a Cadillac bar, log axle, dumbbells,
Let me
just
go.
straight barbell.
Let's go top three here. Let's go
Yeah.
three. Earthquake bar overhead press. You ever tried it? Tsunami bar F.
I've done the tsunami a little bit, but like so that's just you're taking that just for the instability training and like just the tricep annihilation you're gonna get for sure.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Number two, let's go your basic barbell overhead. Build a bunch of strength there. But number one, log press, super fun. You can't beat it.
No, it's a good one. Did you see that? Like, I know I posted a lot of pictures of my cats, but Stephanie, she's on vacation right now. She's just on a staycation to treat herself, and so she was downstairs working out in the gym at like 6 o'clock this morning and texting me. My two cats crawled into my damn log. Like, well, one of them was in the log, the other one's right outside the log, but
Oh,
it was the cutest damn thing I've ever seen because I had changed where I stored my log, so it just happened to be like right where she was at, like holes up, and like the one cat was just laying inside of it with her head poking out, and I was just, I'm a sucker for when my cats are in the gym. Just it makes the best damn
That's
thing.
a
'Cause it's like,
perfect spot for them too.
it's just a couple of my favorite things ever, and when they're just worlds colliding. So sorry to cut you off there, but I just had to
No, you're good.
shout out the girls. Good answers. I would agree with a lot of that. I personally would put overhead press well above bench any more days, but actually I think
yeah, me too.
I probably bury bench very last because I even incline I could get more enjoyment out of than flat bench at this point. But someday I got to get back and still got to keep it
With
in
all
the
the
bag.
overhead I'm doing, I actually currently wonder if my overhead is stronger than my bench, which is wild.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah,
Well, I mean you're talking about a push press variation. It could be like close-ish, but it shouldn't
Yeah,
eclipse it.
I did a shitty bench last week and then did some overhead press this week and was just like, that felt better than the bench did. Like that's not good. I am gonna actually ask an FMK. I do have a Mount Rushmore for you as well. Not including the stupid one that you're top for steroids. Like, what's your Mount Rushmore of steroids? Yeah, whoever this guy was, just let him know.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. If you coach him, just give him 10 by 10s. Like, just
Lots of
fuck with him
burpees.
or something. Whoever did that.
They're a douche.
Yeah, I want to say because this one's never come up. FMK, Tommy, Tanner, Huck Finn.
Oh, that's a great one.
It is. I was like, shit, I wish somebody asked me that one.
Man. Oh, we're gonna hurt some feelings here.
Yeah, get
Let's
them.
Yeah,
You can
I
back out
wouldn't have
if you
asked
want.
that, but
No, you can back out if you
see.
want. I just
it's
thought it
pretty
was
easy
funny
though.
somebody
No,
came in.
no,
It's
no,
pretty easy
we
to kill
never back
Tom.
out. We never gonna back out. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and F Huck Finn. He seems like a good time. Right?
Oh no, who are you gonna kill?
Let's
He really
all
doesn't
right.
like Tommy.
All right, I'm sorry, boys. Let's marry Tanner. I'm
well,
sorry, Tommy.
uh,
Sorry, Tommy.
I on off for being on this podcast and knowing how many episodes Tommy's listened to, I think this might be the right answer for this specific podcast.
Yeah.
Not in the whole world because Tanner and Tommy greater than Huck Finn by a billion, but
Yep.
like, and Huck Finn's been on this podcast. Tommy has too, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually like fully would have respected you for being like, I'm not answering that. I just thought it was funny somebody submitted it because that was
No,
actually like
that's
that's putting you
hilarious. Maybe
on the spot. Yeah.
maybe Tommy don't kill me for that one.
Hey, well, Bernie listens to more episodes than Tommy, so he won't hear.
Now, if it was
Uh,
Bernie, it might be a different scenario.
yeah, that might change things.
Bernie's my wife's favorite part of the episode.
The
so.
talking dog. I mean, I've asked it a million times, but it came up so many times.
Before you get into that, I want to say
Rushmore.
I got a segue like about the talking dog thing. Like, I someone had commented how like I made it like, hey, I'm not going to pet a dog that can talk without permission, and everyone kind of like laughed at that or whatever. I'm like, I still stand by that. Like, if you are a magical creature of some sort and have sentience, consciousness, conscience, whatever the fuck.
Conscience,
Yeah, yeah, your
consciousness.
conscientious and like don't be touching that thing without like because that's I don't that reminds me of like the Mike Tyson when he picked up the grown man that looked like a child and kissed him on the forehead or whatever. Like that's similar to that. Like you're crossing lines when something has the
I
ability to think and talk.
and I think I agree with you, but I think that like honestly, that's not enough. I actually never pet a dog without permission. First, you ask the owner, "Is it okay?" I'm teaching my kids to make sure they ask because they're just like dog and they go
Yeah,
bounding
that's how you lose a
forward.
finger. Because
Yeah. A
a lot of
but
dog
even
owners are
then, it's
shit.
like, even I'll say, like, can I pet them? And then you ask, like, you don't ask the dog in words because the dog doesn't speak your language. The dog, I think most dogs speak German, I heard. So you just have to be
At
like,
least the shepherds.
you put your hand out, you get permission from the dog, right? You don't just like put your hands on a random dog, conscious or not.
You guys all did last week. I didn't.
I
Like,
did not.
uh-huh. All of you. Anyway, so there we
All of
go.
you. Okay. So yeah, Mount Rushmore of wrestlers came up, but I need a way to spin this. So I want to know your Mount Rushmore of NWO members.
That is like 99% of
Oh,
wrestlers. So many
you.
dudes were in NWO.
Of course, Hogan. Put him up there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's go. Man, I'm drawing blanks here. NWO was like
Yeah. Oh yeah,
early.
you gotta think he's
Give
a
me some
baby.
options.
So
Well,
Yeah.
it
Kevin
said
Nash,
you're
Scott
big in the
Hall,
Attitude
Lex
Era. Yeah.
Luger,
Well,
Scott
Lex Luger was
Steiner.
later. Let's Scott
Well,
Steiner.
you said NWO.
Scott Norton.
NWO encompassed like a 6 year span of like 67 people. But the
Fake
OG
Sting,
All
would
right.
be
Buff Bagwell. Holy, the Big Show twice. The Big Show and all of his heel turns.
Conan.
Well, Conan was NWO Red. So are we counting
They were
Wolfpack?
still all in NW. Everyone wore black and white at one point. I feel because at one point there was the one
No,
episode. There was the
Sting
one
was
episode.
never NWO. Sting was Wolfpack.
There was the one episode where they joined forces and it was NWO
And
Wolfpack
Sting
and
left.
NWO. Okay, well the one guy, but the other 80 were NWO. Because I remember because I was Team Wolfpack, and I remember the night that they went back to NWO Black and White, I was like, "Fuck, all my shirts are useless now." Anyway, but this might not be a good question if he's too much of a baby. He's literally
that's
too.
fair.
So Hulk Hogan
I'll do
4
this.
times.
I'll
Good
do
to go.
this. I will give you Mount Rushmore of my childhood wrestlers. How about that?
We'll do that. Yeah, whatever's easiest.
All right. All right, let's go. Take Hogan off the list. Let's go Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah.
Man, that
Just a
persona
boy
growing
toy.
up, that was my guy. Let's go. I'm gonna give maybe a dark horse here. Jeff Hardy.
No,
Nice.
I
Jeff Hardy was a
I was a
good one.
big Jeff Hardy guy. I used to fucking dress like him in high school.
I'm telling you. He's funny story. I used to get my fingernails painted because he did.
Yep.
Um, let's go. Let's go The Rock. Put The Rock on there. And then I I could easily say Cena, but I feel like that's too easy of one. Um, let's go Stone Cold.
Nice.
Stone Cold over
Stone
Cena.
Cold.
Yep. Can't confirm. Okay. Ever into ECW?
Just like the little run they had, like what was it, 2006, 2007, that short run they had.
Okay.
And
He's
yeah,
too
but that
young to
was about
know
it.
like the 90s ECW.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
yeah.
have been around for Raven
We're on
and
different
Taz and all
wavelengths.
that. Yep. Okay. All right. Great
Okay.
work. Somebody else asked me to ask you top 4 fitness influencers. Assume it's the same guy that submitted all the other dumb stuff.
Yeah, I can give you top four. Top
Fitfluencers.
four when I was getting into it, or top four now? Let me ask you that.
I bet I know none of them anyway. You could literally name.
I think
You could
now would be
name
more.
I
Muppets
got
right
you.
now, and I would be
Now it'd be
confused.
more relevant to anyone that
I
actually,
got you.
if you were to gain
I,
anything of value from this episode, now would be more better than like 5 years
got
ago.
I got you. Tanner, Tommy, Huck, and let's throw um Dan Bell in there.
There you go. Take it.
I
Good.
don't know if Dan Bell's a fitness influencer, but we're putting him on there.
He's not even on Instagram half the time, and when he
Yeah,
is, it's like you ever go down those rabbit holes and you're like, man, I'm pretty sure he's divorced now because like I just like the way I watch his like stories and see his posts and like I don't see anything about his old lady on there anymore. And I'm like, I don't know. I just have a hunch he's not married anymore, but I could be completely wrong. But usually he's always pretty talking about his wife and shit, and I haven't seen any comments about that. But anyway, we got some affiliates here for you. Round two of these guys. Kim at Barbell Rescue. He'll be at Home Gym Con this year. Code Unpaid at Barbell Rescue and Home Gym Con. Save you a little bit of money. Big Grant at the Strength Co. Go buy some apparel there. Use code Unpaid. Save on some shirts. And Big Hayden, unpaid or underrated. Is that a game you are familiar with?
yeah. So we're going unpaid as not very cool. You're not getting paid for it, and underrated as something that is cool and should be rated more highly.
Good deal. That is correct. Unpaid or underrated. I'm guessing this is in here because you're a new, well, you got, kids under a couple years old. Baby milk formula. I hope this is relevant and not from the asshole. Because if it's not, if it's, and the look on your face, I'm gonna
I think
move
you're
on.
just calling him the asshole. It's probably like his
Yeah,
best
I don't
friend.
care.
He was the
I
best
don't
man
care.
at our wedding.
Good. He's an
I like
asshole.
it. I like
But
it.
if that's if
Well, I'll go ahead and answer it. It is unpaid, very expensive.
okay,
Yeah, it is.
all right. Unpaid or underrated reverse hypers.
Underrated for sure, for sure. If you're not doing reverse hoppers, literally, there's not one person I don't think that would benefit. Now, how heavy you're doing them and that sort of stuff kind of varies, but I believe everybody could benefit more from regular reverse hoppers.
Man, like I try to do them here and there, and I've had the thing for like 4 or 5 years, and I do them not as often as I probably should. But like everyone's like, oh, you should be able to do like 3/4 of your squat or half your squat or whatever it is, and I'm like, man, I put like a plate and a quarter on there or two plates, and I'm like dying, and I'm like, this can't, like, I don't know if my hamstrings and glutes are that weak or I'm just like got a shitty core, like I don't know, but I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm telling you, the number one thing I would say that has benefited my deadlift over the years is reverse hoppers twice a week.
just for the decompression aspect, or like you actually like you feel you're building your hammies and your glutes.
So one day I do more decompressive like style. I'll go heavier and less control, and then the other day I'll do more focused on kind of controlling it and building the strength up.
Gotcha. All right. Unpaid or underrated decline bench press. It's the one thing we didn't talk about.
Ooh, unpaid. Not
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like where
ma-
you lay upside down and bench.
Yeah, and you
yeah,
can
That's
maybe
fucking wild.
Well, it's kind of like
maybe
doing a,
some people
isn't it kind of
could
like doing a
benefit
board
from it.
press though? Because it's a shorter, I mean, it's almost like it's a board press with more work because it's a shorter range of motion,
Yeah,
right? Because I remember the couple times I did decline bench and with like a barbell in a commercial gym, I was doing a significant amount more weight than I could do on a flat bench. So I'm assuming it was because
yeah,
it's a,
it's a lot easier, but I think it definitely is unpaid. You're going to get the same thing out of regular bench or overhead incline, any of that.
all right, I'm gonna do one more just because it's caught my eye. Youth sports specific youth. Okay, so specific training for youth sports. So not just general weight training for youth sports.
Uh, we're going unpaid, unpaid.
Ooh.
Every let's say this: young athletes could benefit from just a general fitness routine. Like there's people that say that you want to be specific to your sport. If you're a young athlete, man, just train, get stronger, get faster. You're going to be better at your sport, no matter which sport it is.
What do you do as the head coach of the football team? Do you like email out a template to your guys, or do you not? Are you have do you are you even allowed to like advise them on weight training when they're that young?
Yes. So we actually we have a weight training twice a week with our boys, all of our boys athletics in middle school.
Mhm.
So we have a weight room at the middle school. We train twice a week. And we basically do some squat bench deadlift. Now we keep it
That's
super
awesome.
light, making sure that we are doing proper form. And that's the biggest thing with them is make sure proper form and kind of learning the movements. But
Mhm.
just building overall strength, it's going to get you better. And going on a side tangent,
Absolutely.
the explosion of travel ball and like playing one sport year round, I think is definitely unpaid. Um, there, by doing so, you're going to take away from actually training and getting better at that sport. Anyway, sorry, that's a side tangent.
No. That's. I mean, that's when I grew up, there was you had all the. It wasn't as you didn't see too many guys that are like, oh, I can't play football because I got to get ready for baseball season in 6 months. Like it was,
Exactly. That's
a lot of guys played, minimum three sports, and if they were really good, they'd still go do track meets even though they were playing baseball or something like that, just because they were that athletic.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
now,
Yeah,
now you got
you're gonna benefit from multiple sports more than you will benefit from training or doing one sport year round.
yeah, and in the likelihood that you're the 0.1% of athletes that are going to make $1 million doing this sport at any type of level, or even
Exactly.
get a college education out of it, is like very small. So
Very
have fun.
small. Yeah.
All right, that's what I got.
I. Unpaid or underrated SBD apparel.
Unpaid.
Yep.
Unpaid. Um, Now that being said, the belts are good, but they're very overpriced. Go with belt fed. You're
Hmm.
gonna the belts are the same. You're gonna spend a lot less and get the same quality, if not better quality. Um, but overall, definitely unpaid, super overpriced.
Yeah,
I like the sleeves personally, but that's just because I've worn them for the last like decade.
I've
Now
got
that
I've
being said, I do have SBD sleeves and a belt that I use like.
yeah,
But looking
but
back,
they're
that was early on. Looking back, I would have went a different route for sure.
yeah, I got Norse Fitness out the ass. I've got like two pairs of knee sleeves, two pairs of elbow sleeves. I've got the wrist wraps. I've got so much Norse Fitness stuff. But when I started competing, I went and bought SBD. I've got the knee sleeves and the wrist wraps. I got the super stiff short ones. And they do very well strictly for powerlifting. But when I'm doing strongman movements, I wear the Norse Fitness because they're more comfortable. They have a little more movement to them. I don't like the wrist wraps for anything other than benching on SBD. So I see what you're saying, and I think you are paying for the IPF approval if that's still a thing. I stay out of that side of the politics, but I think you're paying a lot for that approval rating, and that's the reason I got SBD was no matter what federation I lift in, these are going to be approved. I don't. There's no
Yeah.
way somebody's going to be like, no, the SBD doesn't go here, right? Like unless they're fighting with SBD. So I think you're
Yeah, and
right there.
they're definitely not bad by any means, but
No, God, no.
you've
I
got better options.
for sure, for sure. Unpaid or underrated. Sissy squats.
Oh, let's go. Let's go unpaid, but they could be beneficial.
Can you describe a sissy squat for maybe people like me who don't do them?
Yeah, so
It's when you do a squat, Joey.
Oh,
Got
you're so
him.
funny.
Got him.
Actually,
so
lately,
you
yeah, my squats are shit, but
so you basically got your legs locked in, and you're squatting. It's almost like a goblet squat. Your knees are your shins are super straight. Doesn't allow much knee bend, and it focuses all on the quads.
You're
Now
standing
that
in like
being
an apparatus, basically.
yes. Now it's good for quad development, I guess, but I think there's better options. And then I know my Massonomics guys would
You got
like
to be
the
sitting on your ass
seated.
to develop the
yeah, you
quads.
got to be
That's all
sitting on
I've
your ass
learned.
to
If you
fix
can't
those
sit on your ass,
quads.
your quads ain't working.
Yeah, exactly,
Legs
exactly.
ain't
Them legs,
extending. You're just pretending.
exactly. That's it. Yeah, so let's go unpaid there.
Okay, that's 2 for me. Unpaid or underrated? Actually, I want to know about this one. I want to hear your opinion. Chicken and rice.
Let's go underrated. Now, caveat being not just plain chicken and rice. You gotta change up the sauces, keep things
It needs a different ethnicity every week.
exactly. Now, the guys that just eat plain chicken and rice are insane.
Yeah, good for you, but like I'm not leaving you alone with my dog.
Exactly. Exactly. No, you as far as the macros go, you're not going to get better macros, but the flavor, you got to change it up. You got to use some sauces, change it up.
Yeah, the reason I asked is when I started this new job, I went from a standing job where maybe I did 8 feet of walking at a time to doing
Mhm.
10,000 to 16,000 steps a day.
That's
And I also decided I just want to eat chicken and rice. I said to my wife, I'm like, the best thing you can send me to work with, chicken and rice every day. So I went on this diet of chicken and rice, 5 to let's say 10 times a week, because we also have it for dinner. And that's when I lost 15 pounds in 3 months. I look more jacked than I've ever been, right? I think, Keith, you can attest to that. I'm smaller, but like I'm way more cut and I look more like a bodybuilder than I've ever looked. But it was just funny to me to be like, where did all that weight go? And then I look back and go, chicken and rice every day for
Well, yeah.
3 months will do that.
for sure, for sure. I eat that every day for lunch.
Yep.
But like I said, just I got to change it up, or I
I
won't be consistent with it.
I like beans. I like throwing beans in there, especially red beans, black beans.
Yeah, I like throwing some
But
black beans in there too.
yeah, but definitely it's just one of those things where it's like, I was so shocked. Where did all that weight go? How did I lose all that weight? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. That'll do it every
All
time.
right, Joey, I'm finna put you on right here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you say fitting? We got to talk. There's been
He's
like
finna. He's finna put me
three
on.
different Alabama isms that I've caught and let go.
We'll
but
come
that
back
one
to the accents later, but
Yeah,
okay.
let me
he's
put you
finna
on
put
real
me
quick.
on.
We gotta get to
Okay,
the
so
root of the
let's
problem.
here's what I'm gonna get you to do.
Yeah.
Next time you have chicken and rice, mix up. I know it sounds weird. Mix up some plain Greek yogurt, non-fat Greek yogurt, with some sugar-free ketchup and mustard. Throw that in your chicken and rice, and let me know how that goes. That's that for the past week. That's been my go-to. Plus, you're getting some extra protein out of the non-fat Greek yogurt. I know it sounds strange. Try it out. Let me know what you think.
All right.
Isn't
I
mustard already sugar free? Like,
I
isn't there nothing
detest
in mustard?
ketchup, so that might be a hard sell, but okay.
Try it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
try
see.
it out.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
didn't say
So
cottage cheese because that was going to be like a no, that's not going to
no,
happen.
no.
No. I'll eat my
I'll,
cheese sticks. I don't eat cottage cheese.
I went on a little cottage cheese kick when Massonomics was doing it, but I've gotten out of it. The non-fat plain Greek yogurt. You got to mix it with stuff or it tastes terrible, but mix it with some sauce. It's really good.
I'm trying to gain back at least 10 pounds. So I've been doing 2 peanut butter and jam sandwiches a day. Because I think I was more comfortable around 160. I think my competition weight was 172. But I think I was more comfortable around 160. So I'm trying to get back like halfway there at least. And it's kind of working, but and training feels better eating those extra calories.
Oh yeah, for
I
Yeah.
sure.
won't lie about that. Except for my arm fucking killing me.
Now let me ask you, how bad is my accent?
It,
I can't. There was a couple things you said earlier. I wish I could pinpoint what it was, but it outside of like one or two things. I also, yeah, I think we've interviewed 145 different people from different states. 80% of them are in the Midwest, but there's been a couple outliers. So it's nothing we haven't heard before, but it's pretty deep and twangy. It's definitely more twangy, I think, than Old Ham's was.
That's
Uh,
funny. Yeah, he's from Birmingham, so it's a little bit less, but yeah, that's funny. I really never get the accent conversation until I make the trip to the Arnold each
yeah,
year.
I was gonna say when you go to the Arnold, you got to get people looking at you sideways for sure. I
Oh, for
imagine.
sure. For sure.
yeah, I honestly didn't notice, which is a weird thing. I think I talked to
Well,
too many Americans.
yeah, that's the whole thing too. It's like you have your own freaking accents up there versus so it's like
Yeah.
this was it's a whole different world.
Last one. Unpaid or underrated. Cutting weight.
Cutting weight. Cutting weight for a meet or competition?
Yeah, let's do that.
Definitely unpaid. Definitely unpaid. Let me tell you the backstory. My third meet I done, I cut weight. Only time I've ever cut weight for a competition in my life. Uh, Dropped, and it wasn't a bad weight drop. It was 10 pounds in around 2 weeks, which the last day was like 4 pounds right before weigh-ins.
Oh,
Um, and went listen, went 4 for 8 at my powerlifting meet, hit my openers and hit 1 second attempt, and that was it. And
yeah.
since then, have never looked back. Will never cut weight again.
Yeah. If you're listening to this and you haven't done a meet and you think you're going to cut weight for your meet, don't be stupid. Go do your meet at your weight. If it's your first or second meet, you have no business cutting weight. It
I
is,
tell people all the time at my gym, unless you're serious into it and are going for like records,
yeah,
don't cut weight. There's
no,
no
it's
reason.
so. I distinctly remember my first meet trying to be like, well, I want to weigh this, I want to weigh that, and then just thinking like, why would I go through any of that? I'm not even gonna place. Like, why do I care?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, you said you were right at 200, so you have a meet and when's your next meet, or you sign up for anything anytime soon?
December. Plan
Okay,
is to
so
bulk back up to 220 and
yeah, that was my
compete
question. I
there.
was like, if you're sitting at 200, are you going to be 18 pounds light, or are you going to drop 2 pounds? So yeah, okay,
Now
so
that being said,
build into 220.
I've competed in the 275 class before at 244 pounds. So I weighed in 2 pounds over and said, you know what? Let's go up. Let's bump up
Yeah, that's easier than sitting on a sauna for the rest of the day.
Oh,
for
and
sure.
doing a December meet as a new parent. Oh, well, I guess you don't have winter down there, eh? Like you don't have it like we do.
No, it's not bad. And it's for our area, it's the closest and honestly the best meet around. I've done it this past December as well. So it works
Okay.
out. It's early December, so it's kind of before Christmas and all of that.
Yeah, I think my last meet where I decided I don't want to do them anymore was in December, but also we have winter. Kids are locked inside with other kids at school, so it's just a germ exchange. I was sick, deathly sick leading into that meet. Still hit my numbers, but felt like an ass, like a bag of smashed assholes for the entirety of the meet.
Were they
And I
pros?
was just like, I'm never doing a December meet again. And I don't think I actually did any meets after that. But ugh. Oh, I think you passed unpaid and underrated. Thank you for playing.
All right.
Good. Y'all air the episode now.
I'm glad I finally
Yeah.
woke up halfway through fucking funny and embarrassing facts. I'm sorry, man.
What'd you think of last week's episode with the D&D theme, Hayden?
Well, it's really not my thing, but I'm kind of like you. Enjoyed it.
Nice.
Enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Same. Yeah, I feel like that's good. I'm glad. It's nice to we did the same thing for 3 years and kind of threw a curveball at people with that. It was interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't go back and listen to our episodes very often, but
Yeah, I don't know.
just based on what everybody was saying, I was like, I think I need to give this one a listen. And I will tell you, I laughed out loud at my own jokes. Because like, you don't remember what you're doing. It's an improv thing. You're like, you're going off and just hearing yourself do things, hearing Nate, hearing Keith. I rolled to hit Keith still makes me laugh. And then it failing because like in my head, my roll to hit Keith was literally just me like giving him a tap on the chest and being like, "What's wrong with you?" And like that's exactly what it was. Like it went perfectly. But yeah, I forgot that I was the first one to say roll for prolapse. I swore that was all Nate.
Yeah, it's like I feel like the Mandela effect comes into play a lot with some of the shit with like what like who said what like because you might have been the one that ran with it, but someone else said it first, or vice
Yeah.
versa,
Yeah.
and then like people are I've been the culprit of pushing people to Discord so much to comment on the episodes, and then I'm like reading it, and I'm like, did I say that? Like, was I the funny guy? Was that Nate? Was that Joey? Was that the guest?
Yeah.
And then I have to like subtly be like, yeah. But then I'm like, and then I'm in a private chat with another buddy. I was like, who fucking said what? Because I'm so confused right now. Like, now the whole world knows. But yeah, it's. I don't have 3 hours to listen back every week anymore. But I did it for like I spent probably a year and a half listening to every single episode. But
And
I don't know.
cringing at your own voice like I do.
I feel like we're good at it now. I
Yeah.
feel like I don't I was studying myself and trying to like train myself to be better and like nitpicking. Okay, I need to slow down and not talk as fast. I need to this, that, and the other, let the guest, when it's the guest turn, let them talk and, let me make the pre-shows or the general topics. We can kind of deep dive ourselves the rest of the episode without it being like something very important to try to keep it all guests. I mean, maybe, are good and aren't good. So I don't know, but like I feel that like I'm pretty content with what I bring each week. So it's like it's hard to listen, man. I like to consume so much other stuff that I don't know. And I have been really been enjoying listening to Waffle Irons podcast with the boys over there because that's when it's the crew episodes for sure. Every now and then they've had a couple guys on there like I don't know who this is. I'm probably not going to listen to it, but like the last two or three episodes, it's been like people we've had on, so it's just hearing a different take on them. Oh, one thing, who the hell was it this week? It was the guest. I can't think of Big Kurt, and he was talking about how he went to Crew Falls for the first time, and like we were there, you and I like experienced that with him, but the way he kind of worded it differently this week, he was like, or last week, whatever it was, he was like, yeah, I was, he described it in a way I never heard him talk about it before. He mentioned how when he booked the Crew Falls trip initially, it's because he couldn't make Lift Hard Live Easy, and he thought the Crew Falls was something similar. So he thought he was like showing up to like 100-person thing, and then like I think as he got closer to it, he realized it was just like 20 close friends. And then like was really so like just that mindset of like not realizing that it wasn't like an expo that he was going to. It was going to like just like there was
Just literally hang out.
there might have been 30 of us or something. So like it just made me laugh. But I don't know. Bring on the friendly competition. There's room for everybody to do the podcast in my book. So keep it up, boys. And with that, big love lady, do you have anything for us that you want to pick our brains with?
Yeah, I got a couple questions for you guys. Let's start with this. I know the leg extensions have been a big topic of the Discord as of late. What would you guys say is the leg extension of the upper body?
Preacher curls.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
Now I actually do enjoy a good preacher curl. Like a good concentrated, like slow moving preacher curl to really
Now,
work those
with
biceps.
the dumbbell or with the easy curl bar?
Here's the thing about easy curl bars. The fairy left one for me and then took it away, and I haven't had one. Yeah, so I would use dumbbells so that I could singularly do one arm, but at the same time count that as two. What is it? You count that as two? Is that what they were talking about? How do
Yeah,
you count? How do you count your dumbbell reps? Yeah,
you go 1-1 or do you go 1-2?
I go 1-1. Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's where I thought Tommy was going with that. Like I go 1-1, 2-2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys? If
no,
you do anything else, I find that
yeah,
wild.
no, I don't know that I don't think I've ever gone like if I'm doing 15, I don't count to 30.
Exactly. I can't count that high.
Yeah.
What's your take? What is the leg extension of the upper body?
That's so it's hard to not go with that
Back
answer.
raises, maybe. Like
Well, because in my book, like if you look, like I'm thinking of it like analytically, I guess, or whatever. So like the leg extension is the bicep, and the hamstring would be
The
the
bicep of your leg.
tricep. Well, like my tricep is my hamstring, and my bicep is my quad.
Yeah.
So, but to not have the same answer as you, but have something similar, I maybe a tricep extension, like a cable press down,
There we go.
I
I can see
think.
that.
But I would say more realistic, it would be a machine preacher curl or a bicep curl on a machine, which essentially is a preacher curl. Yeah.
Well,
You set the pulleys down, the pulleys all the way down at the bottom, and that's how you do your tricep curls using
Mhm.
that, like, or your bicep curls for some reason. Just go pick up a
well,
bar. Like,
good news. Good news. Y'all both chose, I guess, kind of a seated exercise. So
yeah,
yeah,
As
yeah,
long as we're sitting on our butts, that's all that really matters. I mean, if I'm doing accessories, I better be sitting down, or I'm going to be,
exactly.
you
yeah.
know,
If I can't sit on my ass, I'm gonna pass.
yeah.
All right. Next up, so kind of a take on the question that kind of went around Massonomics in the Discord a few years ago. If you had to, if you saw someone in the gym lifting for the first time and you had to judge their strength level based off one lift, but this is a strongman lift, what is the strongman lift you're choosing?
Ooh, that's
Mhm.
tough because strongman is so technical. And this is like day one, like never see, because then you get in this man. I said,
Like
like, is this someone that's never done strongman, and I'm watching them experiment, or I'm just looking over it like a seasoned person, and this is just the one thing I see them doing?
whichever you want to go with it.
Yeah, I think a heavy yoke. Like I I'm chasing a heavier yoke right now. Like I think I'm in like the mid fives, and I want to be able to push well past 600. I haven't had the opportunity to load that much weight because it's just like hasn't been on the program at all, kind of thing. And then I was referencing like my journey of that the other day, and I think I was like talking to someone who I'm like, he's a lot smaller. I mean, he's a skinnier guy than me, but we're like similar strength levels on like press, but he's a lot stronger on like other, anything like back related essentially. And he's like, oh yeah, I do like an eight or 900 pound yoke. I'm like, you motherfucker. So I think yoke is like deceptive of what some people can get under. But if you're talking like a new person, like what would be the I'll let Joey answer, and I want to circle back to like the new person lift because I kind of want to answer it from two point of view.
Okay.
But that'd be my answer for experience.
I think I'd be very interested in their sandbags.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because like as somebody who honestly, I jumped into sandbags and had no training, zero training. And I filled my first one up to 150 pounds like a fucking idiot because I was like, well, my deadlift's 400 plus. So clearly I can sandbag 150. Nope. Nope. I immediately had to go down to 100 pounds and work my way back up. And I think that if you're looking at somebody's overall ability to maneuver weird things, which I do kind of think strongman slash natural stone lifting slash Highland games is, it's your ability to maneuver weird things. So I would probably watch them do their sandbags and see how they do them, how heavy they do them, and how effectively they do them without hurting themselves. And that's how I would gauge, like, that's a strong person.
Yeah, it's fair. Which would be so any type of loading event, but I think I would simple it down to sandbags are a bit of a skill. Stones are a lot of a skill. I think keg over bar still being a much bigger skill.
Keg
I
over
think
bar can
I think
eat it.
someone could do keg over the bar as a new. This is my noob, which is the same vein of like how's your triple extension, but like I think a new person could probably do keg over bar easier than
No,
sandbag over bar.
I don't think so at all because I
I
think
don't
if you
know.
put a heavy
It
keg in front of somebody, like the problem I have with kegs, and I'm thinking kegs, I'm also thinking the buckets I filled with gravel a couple weeks ago. I'll pick up a rock or a sandbag before I'll pick up a keg properly. Right? Because the kegs, the stuff moves, but like the shell doesn't move. So like the weight's transitioning. You've got to find the finger holds. You got to all that. I think sandbags have that weirdness enough to them that you got to figure out how to get under them, how to get them into your lap, how to stand up with them. You put them on your shoulders, a nightmare, right? Especially if they're pea gravel. I know you guys
that would
like
be
to
unpleasant.
make fun of me for pea gravel, but I think pea gravel has its place in the weirdness of movements, and you should train with both because I have a sandbag and I have two pea gravels, and they're different things to lift. So I think I might disagree. I think kegs they have handles, man. Like at some point,
That's not how you pick them up, though. Like until you've loaded. I'm talking about. Have you loaded a keg like horizontally over a yoke?
but you think that like you would see somebody doing that and be like that's
We're
the
not going to have the
thing.
same. Yeah, sandbag is pretty much the right answer, but I'm not going to pick the same answer as you twice, you douche. So
No, you'll never agree with
keg
me. That
is
would be
similar.
awful.
Well, Gary says I have to allow people to have different opinions and tastes. Fucker.
Yeah.
What was my follow up to that? I think I had. At the end of the day, though, if you're doing some type of strongman training, I'm gonna respect you and think you're a lot stronger than any powerlifter nowadays. Though my mindset has shifted so much. Like I see powerlifters on Instagram that I used to like be such fans of and like enamored by, and I'm just like. I don't give a fuck. You're just doing three lifts. Like you're not out there like breaking your back, picking up some weird ass
Yeah.
rock like I am. Like this is so much more fun. Like live a little. I did enjoy my time in powerlifting, but I'm glad it's on pause because power strongman's so much more fun.
I,
But
I
yep.
I try not to look down on obviously any kind of lifting.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but because like then you go to the well, I lift natural stones. Well, I lift this. Well, I do that. Like it's just one of those things that like it's a continuous kind of what do you call it? Like a jealousy journey or something like that. Like I don't know. There's some part of that I don't think I want any part of. Um, but yeah, I see powerlifters and I'm just like, that's a lot of weight. It's fucking boring though.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that because I'm stronger and I've got everything I can.
Yeah,
Like I'm weaker than like 90% of my friends that are in the strength sport game. I just enjoy strongman so
exactly. Yeah.
much more now.
Yeah. That was a
I
good
don't.
900-pound deadlift. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's like you. Why didn't you hitch it? That would have been easier.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's where
Get
my
some
head goes.
straps, you weirdo, and
Be
go to
like
1,000. Like, fuck,
be
figure it
like
out.
it'd be cool to see what he could do on the silver dollar apparatus. Like I don't know. That's like my mind goes to like just I don't
Yeah.
know. You like what you like when you're in it, and it's just like that's the more important thing. And Hayden's into powerlifting, and I loved powerlifting for damn near a decade, and
Oh, I
I'm
love
just
some strongman too.
it's really
Yeah.
cool to find a new thing 10 years into it, like but still be in the same thing, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just pivoting, but it opened up so many new doors. But one event that I wouldn't really give a shit about your strength level on is tire flip.
Oh my, yeah. I
Jake,
Yeah.
I
fucking
I was talking
tire
to somebody
flipping son
today,
of a
so
bitch.
I mentioned I'm doing the Lift Hard Live Easy at Cam's, so I'm doing the same events, and there's a tire flip, and knowing that my elbow tendon really wants to fall off right now,
Yeah,
I'm not looking for. I was like, I
get
know
the
at the Lift
spare
Hard Live
tire.
Easy, you're not allowed to wear any elbow sleeves. I'm wearing elbow sleeves, whether you're allowed to
No,
or not.
I'd have
Like,
to read the rules because I'm fucking wearing them. Okay, maybe I guess I'm
well,
not.
for the press melody, you're not medley, you're not allowed,
Oh yeah,
according to Lift Hard Live Easy. But for the tire flip, I
uh,
don't think it said anything.
I'm
But
gonna
I
say
told
that's
Cam, I was like, if I can't wear elbow sleeves, I'm not doing anything because my elbow tendon wants to pop right off. I did axle clean and press yesterday, and haven't been in that much pain in a long time. Yeah, so yeah,
I
tire
think
flip. I'm not looking forward to. I think I've been training Zerchers enough that like I don't need to bicep curl a tire. I think I can get under it with my arms kind of in front of me to flip it and focus more on my shoulders and back. But yeah, there was Hayden. I don't know how close you were paying attention. There's a stone out in my yard. Um, you might like the story, or you might not. Don't know.
Go for it.
So I guess my dad in his garden has this big granite rock, and it slid. Like we had a heavy rainfall, and it slid into the ditch into my neighbor's yard. So I come home one night, and I'm just outside with the kids, and Morgan goes, "By the way, the neighbor had a big shovel and pry bar trying to move that rock back onto our property, and kept looking at the house to see if anybody was going to help." And I was like, I think he was looking for me. So I go out and I kind of like walk around the rock a couple times. And I go, I'm going to fucking move this rock. And she goes, "Not today, you aren't. Like you just worked all day. You've had a beer. You're not fucking moving that rock today." I was like, that rock's 250 pounds. I can move that rock, but I'm going to wait till the weekend. So I have a workout on Saturday, and then I go out and I'm circling the rock. I can see the handles. Oh man, like with a natural stone, you guys have to. I don't know how. Do you guys do natural stones?
I play around with them.
Okay, so then you've got to like find the handles,
Yeah.
make sure you can see it, get some air under it, get it into your lap. Nope. I find the handles. I try to get air under it. I cannot. I can't even get hair under it, let alone air under it. And I go, okay, I'm not giving up. I'm moving this rock to where it has to go. So the neighbor comes out and he goes, you can't move that. Don't try. And my dad's going, you can't move that. Don't try. And I was like,
You got to at that point.
yeah, like just shush. I might not be able to pick it up and walk with it, but I'll get it where it needs to go. This rock's over 300 pounds. There's no way it isn't. Once I actually had it like in my hands, so I pick it up onto its side to see if like I can lift it kind of like underarm. No, I couldn't. I ended up having to flip it twice to get it where it was. But like,
Oh, there's your tire flip.
is there a better
There you go.
feeling? Is there a better feeling than like everybody telling you you can't move that? There's no way you'll move that. I tried with this and I tried with that and I did, and you're just like, I'm gonna do it. And I went out there. I slipped once because the grass was wet and like just like it was hard to move. But like, would you
know
be able
about
to do that without all the training you do? Right? I got it to where
Exactly.
it
No,
needs to go. That rock is where it has to stay right now.
that's awesome. Yeah.
300
That's
pound plus rock.
Yeah,
no, yeah,
I know about wet grass. I busted my ass carrying the keg yesterday.
Oh,
Wet
yeah.
grass.
that,
That was.
Did you get it on
I had a
camera?
couple. No, it's on there. I had a couple people like, "Are you okay?" Like I think Eddie and Joe Lisa were like, "I thought you died," because like my ankle goes out underneath me as I'm lapping the keg. So that was fun.
All right, last question, boys. It's funny now that we've kind of talked about it. Any plans or any interest in ever doing another powerlifting meet?
I'll do one. I'd like to do one this year, but only if everything like works out perfectly. And part of that is just because my particular tendencies. I want to be able to say I've powerlifted for X amount of years, and if I don't hit this year, then I can't, I'm stuck at 8, so I'm not going to restart that
Yeah.
cycle. So, but even if I like, and honestly, I care less about that every day that passes, and every day it gets closer to like, because there's a USAPL meet in like September, which would be kind of like only like 6 or 7 weeks after the July show, and then there's an RPS meet in October, but it's only like 3 or 4 weeks later, so it's not a huge difference, but it's enough to like, all right, I can do lift fairly easy and then run like a 9 week prep if I really wanted to beat my body up like that. But that'd be like a 6 week out decision or something maybe. But I also need to like tell my coach in advance because I'm not gonna like pay him to do a prep and then not do the show. So I kind of do need to know pretty much at the lift hard live easy if I'm gonna turn around and pivot into powerlifting meet, which part of me wants to because I'd love to fucking squat like 450 on the platform or something big and just get a big squat PR. But if I don't compete this year, I will compete in powerlifting at one point. Because at some point, I look at it like this way: I'm gonna be too fucking broken to do strongman, no matter what just because strongman is so, you know, it all depends on the meet director. Because some meet directors will give you like a 60 plus category, and the weights are a lot more doable. But like, they're still gonna be fucking. You still have to go pick up like a 200 pound, whatever. And as a 60-year-old person, or a 70-year-old person, will Gola be able to do that? I don't know, but as an 80-year-old dude, I know I can go out and fucking deadlift 135 and squat 135 and bench 130, 95 pounds. Like, so yes, I will 1,000,000% power lift again before I die. It's just, do I do it 20 more times or two? I don't know.
And that's kind of my problem with powerlifting is like, yeah, there's people out there just doing basic one plate and like setting records. No, the odds of me doing another powerlifting meet, honestly, you pay $100 to get into the meet, you pay your $75 federation fee, you all of this for what? Like, honestly, for what?
The motivation to do the training going up to it is what a lot of people do use it for. If that, some people don't get that, but
yeah, if
I
that
get
works for them,
personally.
that's great. It does not work for
I
me.
get that is a lot of people who do get off on that.
Yeah, and that's great if that's what it takes. But like, do I want to drop $200 to place first in my weight class where there's only one of us. Like, I don't know. I'm just not, I'm not that interested. The odds of me doing it, unless somebody says to me, come lift, will sponsor whatever, there's no chance. There is no chance I'll do a powerlifting meet. There's actually very small chance I'll even do a strongman meet. There's a higher chance of me doing a stone meet or a Highland
Those
game.
are a thing too. It's just a matter of where they're at. Like I got a lot of
Well, the stone meet, I ended up talking to the guy, if you remember from a couple weeks ago. He's put me on the wait list, but he hasn't given me the weights yet, which is concerning.
Yeah.
But I
for
also
the wait list for the novice, that is, because I know that was you
yeah.
couldn't do the open weights, but the novice you might have been able to. But that sucks. He doesn't have it figured out yet. But
Well, it's just that he's not answering me.
yeah,
But then also somebody called out for do you want to be a judge? Well, maybe I do, or a referee. Like maybe I do.
Fun.
So I think that a stone or Highland meet is more in line for me, or a strongman, maybe a strongman. I think I put it in the Discord and everybody was kind of like, do it anyway. I don't want to do trap bar for reps at a strongman event. I don't want to. I was looking at the events and they're just not at
I
all
looked at it. It
interesting
didn't
to
say
me.
for reps. I don't know where you saw, unless you DM for someone. I just saw trap bar.
Oh,
That
okay.
could have
So
been a
I saw
for
trap bar.
max. It could have been, but it could have been. It could have been other. It could have been like because you could have had the ability to do like a 700-pound trap bar, which would have been kind of cool. You know, like, I don't know. Like
Yeah,
it all depends.
I have no
four
interest.
reps or rising. You don't know because I was curious because I was looking at that and I was like, oh, there's no Iron Podium link yet. It's just like a generic. This is what we're gonna do, but
Well,
no
we don't have
details.
Iron Podium, right? Canada's not on Iron Podium.
Is it not at all?
No. And that's, I think, part of the other thing that bothers me. But I just like, I was looking at that event thinking, yeah, sure, maybe I'll do that one. I don't want to do any of those events. I have no interest in any of the events. So.
Was that the only one that's actually been near you in Hamilton then?
Yeah, it's like right
Okay.
near me.
Yeah.
But so maybe I'll go
closest.
and watch, but
Yeah. If it's more of a local leveler, because I know you said you went to the one, but it was pretty national level, so it wasn't really like something not something you'd be competing in essentially.
yeah,
So it
maybe.
seems something that you would be able to compete in or would be eligible depending on what you have to qualify for and stuff. Because I don't know, everything's different. I think maybe up there from here because you guys have provincials, which I think is like regionals.
So that's the one that we were talking about is a provincial, which qualifies you for nationals.
Word, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, basically, it's like if there's X amount of people in your class and you win it, or if you even podium, if there's like the more amount of people, the lower you can finish and still qualify for national levels. But then we also have two big federations that both handle shit differently. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, and the odds of me placing at all.
Yeah,
especially as somebody who despises trap bar deadlifts.
It all depends on who shows up, you know.
I despise. I said to Morgan, I said trap bar deadlift. I have no interest in those.
I had to fight for my trap bar the other day really hard because it was low handle. I've been trying to force myself to do low handles a lot. And I don't know. I like the trap bar just because it's a good squat variation. I do it for my, I do it on deadlift day just because my coach just, we know with my back historic issues of like, I don't need to pull from the floor in a straight bar, every single week. So I can throw trap bar in just for the variation. But I've been doing a lot more low bar, or low handle, which is a completely different game, especially on mine where with that Rogue bar, the high handles are like an 18-inch deadlift and the low handles are like, regular deadlift height. So I think I'd worked up to 450 or something because I wanted something. I at least wanted one of my lifts for the garage gym competition to be kind of heavy. So I went off book and I think I did my 3x3 at like whatever, 400, whatever it was. And then I loaded up the 450 and I missed it a few times and I finally got it. And I was so amped up that I have a little rivalry with Andrew Garrison, which isn't really a rivalry because he's like, 15% stronger than me across the board on things. But it was, I had his sticker on my trap bar, and I like to, if anyone is privy to the private videos sometimes where I take a sticker off and kind of have sex with it virtually, it's just something that gives me a chuckle, and he gets a kick out of it. So that's kind of, I don't do it like out of malice. It's literally one of my best friends. It's just fun, but having that extra motivation of like knowing that I'm at the bottom of the class in my master's class, so like I'm gonna, finish second to last or last in all the events. So I'm just there to have fun. So I got to have fun with it, and it'll be a good trip this year.
Well, Hayden, like I always say, the trap bar has several uses in the gym, none of which are a deadlift.
It is
for sure.
It's a hell of a squat variation, though.
I don't know when the last time I done a trap bar deadlift. I could not tell you.
Me either. I despise them, and but anyway, So all that's based on your powerlifting question.
Oh yeah, we did have a question 9 minutes ago
We
about
tangent off that one
that.
for sure. Tangented.
We're riffing, man. We're the rifters.
Drifters.
No, that's all I had though, guys.
Love it. Did we motivate you to do strongman or to trap bar dead? Which one are you? What's more likely after this conversation that you're gonna do a strongman show or are you gonna trap bar deadlift?
Let's go strongman show. I'm
Nice,
telling
nice.
you, if there's one local that pops up, definitely
There
going to
you go.
be in on it.
Yeah, yeah. Good deal. All right. Well, let's one more time. You want to plug your gym radar for the gym? You want to plug your personal Instagrams? Just remind everyone who you are one more time so they can go find you on socials.
Yeah, Hayden Lovelady on Instagram. You can follow my personal page at lovelady_71. You can follow the gym page at misfits_barbell club. You can get on our website, click the link through our Instagram. We have all kinds of apparel on there. Um, let's see, Gym Radar. You can find me on Gym Radar, Hayden Lovelady, or you can find the gym, Misfits Barbell Club. I think that's about it. And then I'll plug my Busy Dad's coaching if you guys are a busy dad or if you're just a guy in general with a super busy schedule, trying to figure out how to fit in fitness and health and nutrition and that sort of stuff. Reach out and I'll be glad to help you out.
That's awesome. I know we got a lot of dads, and you know what, they might not. I mean, if you're a dad, you're not a dink. So can you be busy? That's almost an oxymoron, but I mean, there's got to be
Self-burn,
some of
those
them
are
out
rare.
there. All right, Big Joey, where they can find you at?
Joey_Malesko, MLECZKO. You can find me on Gym Radar at the DILF Dungeon. Dad, I'd like to follow, so go ahead and follow me there.
All right, we got the Instagram, Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, website, unpaidinternpodcast.com. More importantly, go check out that go check out that U and U channel on the Massnomics Discord. We want all the banter and conversations funneled right in there so everyone can see it and help this podcast grow. I do feel it's doing a good job between Tanner talking about it damn near every week, and like, sometimes it's like, so and so is the guest this week, and boom, and then other times he'll riff for about 30 seconds to a minute or so, kind of propping us up, and I love it every week. Anytime he wants to talk about us, we're more than appreciative. And I do feel that that's definitely, funneled some of those new guys in there. And then with that, it has their growing pains because sometimes they just come in and they don't know what we are or what we're doing or why we're here. And they're asking questions about, well, I think I saw someone the other day ask what the Hall of Fame card was. And I was like, you're in our Discord and you don't know what the Hall of Fame card is. I don't know how to answer that politely. So I'll let someone else do that. But, it's good for them because it's growing. So go talk about all that cool stuff in the UNU channel on the Massnomics Discord. I am Keith Honeycutt. My name on Instagram. Well,
Blah, 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 blah.
follow me on Instagram at Keith Honeycutt73. More importantly, go follow my Orange Gym, then a wine cellar on Instagram and Gym Radar. Until then, see you next Tuesday.